The call came late, the kind that does not ask for permission before entering the evening. One sister's voice carried the tiredness of a life stretched thin, children to tuck in, a husband working two jobs, a mother who needed to be driven every week to an appointment that never seemed to get easier. We spoke about the strange pressure of these years, how everything costs more and yields less, how the old promises about security have worn through. Even the weather feels heavier somehow. By the time she asked if I could take over the weekly drive, it did not sound so much like a request as the quiet sound of someone laying something down. We circled gently around what that drive really represented. Not a trip across town, but a long line of small, endless needs, rides, food, errands, the things that turn love into labor when they repeat without relief. And somewhere in that soft circling, we both arrived at the truth we rarely name. One of our sisters had already been paid, and paid well, to take this on. Hundreds of thousands of dollars gathered carefully over a lifetime and set aside in a medical trust had been handed to her with a single promise. She would provide a place that felt like a resort, a final home where our mother could be held in ease and dignity. The house was bought, the promise was spoken, the money was gone. What remained were the phone calls. Mom calling to say she had no ride, Mom saying the pantry was empty, Mom asking for help with the smallest errands. The dissonance between what was promised and what existed had grown so large it now had its own gravity. It pulled at all of us, and still our mother continued to praise the sister who held the deed, telling stories about her supposed sacrifices, her imaginary hardships, her long days at the track, and the shiny improvements that somehow counted as care. It took something from me to say it out loud, even to someone who already knew, that we were watching our mother choose the person who took everything. That favoritism, once a small family ache, had become a financial and moral wound. We were not only being left out, we were being asked to step in after the taking was done. My sister on the line went quiet, not in anger, in that hollow way that comes when a truth finally settles into its shape. We realized together what we did not want to realize, that we could not save our mother from her own choices, that we could not keep giving until our own children and marriages were the ones starving, that love does not obligate you to fix what someone insists on breaking. And so the baton stays where it is placed, in the hands that took the money, in the house bought with promises instead of care. We step back not because we do not love our mother, but because we cannot love her more than she loves herself. Some grief does not come from losing someone. It comes from seeing them choose to stay where they are not held.